Did Liverpool just secure the Premier League? Is Michael Arteta an absolute fraud? And is Manchester City ever going to regain the dominance they've had for the last 5 years? That's what we're talking about on this week's episode of Fullest Peace.
All right, welcome back to Fullest Peace. We have something new in store for you this episode. I know everyone's used to our kit rankings and things of that nature, but we wanted to add a little bit of spice, a little bit of class to what we're offering on the channel here. So, without further ado, what we're going to do is a little podcasty, you know? We're going to be clubbing down like a rundown of the Prem this past weekend, talk about some big items here. Did Arsenal drop the title race, you know?
Yet again.
Yet again. You know, obviously big game Liverpool, Man City. Same city's just not in this year. And then we're also going to do a little pulse check on our two dumb clubs, United and Chelsea, and just see what they're doing. We'll also talk about a little bit of Champions League, a little exciting draws there. I'm kind of looking forward to it. And then also keep it kid-centric. We'll talk about some cool little streetwear things, and obviously MLS just started, so we'll give a little ranking of that too. And without further ado, we'll get started here. We'll start off, we're going to head up into North London here. 1-0 West Ham. Shocking.
It's almost incredible how Arsenal, year after year, they are getting better. But it just seems like every time they get right there, they get just within reach, and they think they might be able to pull it off, and they just can't seem to keep a grip on it. Whether it's letting go of just silly fixtures, or Liverpool just coming out of nowhere and dominating yet again, it just never seems to be Arsenal's year, and personally, I love it. I couldn't be happier.
I mean, you're a Chelsea guy. I mean, look, they got some injuries, you know. They got hit with some injuries to some key players. Saka, I know Odegaard got hit with a couple in the beginning.
They also got hit with another Jared Bowen beauty.
Yeah, Jared Bowen, man. He's such a good player. Like some of these Big Six teams should like pick him up for depth, man. He should really think about West Ham. But I mean, look, I'm gonna ask this question. Is Arteta taking a little notes from his former manager Arsene Wenger? Is he learned a little bit of the specialist of failure?
He's starting to learn that maybe Arsene just was cut out for the job, but there is just a threshold with Arsenal that they can hit, and unfortunately, it seems to be below first place every time.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't find any confidence in Mikel Arteta. I watched a little bit of like that Amazon Prime documentary, the whatever one they do, like it's like Hard Knocks. I watched a couple of that. I don't know, to me if I was a player, he would not inspire me as a coach. His monotone voice is just annoying to me. But I mean, look, I don't know. He's finished 8th, 5th, 2nd, and 2nd. They have gotten better each year. I think Arsenal's problem now is it's depth. They got some bad injuries. Can't, like that happens. Sucks. But they really need to start like splashing the cash. Like really going all in to get some of those guys.
I mean, if they wanted to see a big difference, what I think is obviously they were. I mean, no one's as unlucky as Spurs with injuries this year, but they were very unlucky with injuries this season. It's true.
Yeah.
Their depth has been destroyed multiple points within the season. Whenever it's like one in, one other's out. Like they can't keep. They have Marino playing striker. That's the best way to put it.
Well,
yes, he did score a brace, but also they have Marino playing striker. Like if they just need to stay healthy, and honestly, they just need a solid clinical striker. I think that goes for a lot of teams at the moment.
That's a problem. There's a lot of teams need that clean clinical striker, get some goal scorers, but there's a shortage of them. There's literally a shortage of them, and if you want to get one, you're gonna have to pay like a pretty penny, like Victor.
And even then, it's still not a guarantee.
I mean, look, some of the names I'm betting you they're gonna go for. Victor Gyökeres from Sporting, he's not gonna go for cheap. I think he's easily like minimum 70 million. I mean, there's the guy from Leipzig.
It's a seller's market. It's a seller's market right now.
I mean, I know it's a seller's market, but it's like what number? Like Benjamin Sesko, he's going to cost at least another 75 million. There's maybe some cheaper guys, but those are just some names to.
Honestly, the two that I feel like I'm thinking about, at least for right now, are, I mean, Isak's incredible. I actually think I could see him making a crazy move.
And
he
they
could
wanted
make
him.
a crazy move.
And Arsenal wanted him. I remember that was a rumor too. But like, I mean, if Newcastle somehow swing in Champions League football, they're like, they're not gonna. Why would they? Why would he switch?
If they let him go, it's going to be for absolutely monster money. And the only other player, I think we're going to see him get dished around quite a bit. I mean, take mine. It is the Turkish league. It's not like it's Serie A. It's not like it's Premier League. But Osimhen is having a baller season with Galatasaray. Once again, is the Turkish league, but he's clearly still performing, which is good.
You got to deal with. I mean, you got to deal with Napoli too with the negotiations. They're going to want a pretty penny for him too, even though he's probably dropped down his price a little bit. He might be the most affordable one, perhaps
available
I
for
have
sure.
No idea.
This is definitely not going to be a long-term stay for him. I could see him getting sold. I'm shocked he didn't end up at Chelsea this offseason. That's what I thought was going to happen there.
Yeah, we'll finish this so. I mean, the title race is over, right? Like
it's Liverpool's to lose.
Yeah, like there's an 11-point gap. I know Arsenal has a game in hand, but I don't see this happening. I mean, Liverpool would have to significantly have a City-esque fall, like how City had a breakdown at the beginning of the year. Like that's what they would have to do at the end of the year for them to bottle it. Essentially,
this should not be a problem for them. If they bottle it, it will be insane.
Could be on for the treble, which is crazy.
I mean, another player available, Mo Salah, still not a contract signed.
Yeah, but that's a good segment. So we'll switch it here. We're gonna go to City Liverpool. That was obviously the big marquee game of the weekend. City don't got it this year. I mean, we kind of knew that. There was like a part where they were like, all right, maybe they're starting to get back into form. Maybe they make a late surge. If Liverpool trips up here and there, maybe they come back. Yeah, they don't got it.
It's pretty wild that we're a little under 3 months out from the end of the season, and they still, I thought they would snap back to brilliance. I was kind of thought this is just like a weird gap in the road, something wad's going on, there's something in the water. It's honestly
it's awesome.
Shadows of the former self. It's awesome. Amazing. It's the greatest thing ever.
For us, it's awesome.
I couldn't be happier.
Dancing on their downfall a little bit. They got the 2-goal lead, and they were just like, we'll play counterattacking, and we'll look so menacing each and every time. I mean, look, Salah had another goal and assist this game. Again, he's helping me win fantasy, which is awesome. He's fun fact here. He has now scored the most goals in 9 and most assists 6 of any player that has against Pep Guardiola teams.
I mean, okay, that's just awesome. First off, just a true Pep hater. I feel like without a doubt, a top 5 Premier League player at this point.
Oh, he's easily top 10 player. I mean,
he's unbelievable.
That brings up a good point. What does Liverpool do? I know they had contract negotiations, and it didn't really end all that well, obviously, because otherwise there would have been a contract signing at this point. I mean,
I feel like you gotta give him listen, I know he's gonna degrade, but man, I feel like he's earned a 2-3 year deal.
I think I mean the only problem is he's 32. So
he's 32, but clearly,
I think
how deep is this fall off gonna be?
I think you at minimum call a 2-year deal. The other thing is this: they are also owned by Fenway Sports Group, and the Fenway Sports Group has totally changed their strategy when it comes to signing and extending players. So I don't know what that has anything to do with, but they're probably going to have some type of influence. Who knows? We'll have to see. It'll be an interesting storyline to watch out in the summer.
If he doesn't end up at Liverpool, I just pray to God he gets out of the Premier League. That's pretty much my biggest thing.
I mean, I would bet either Saudi or I don't know.
I could see him going back to Italy, perhaps.
Who's going to? I don't know. It'll be depending upon who can afford him at this point. But I want to switch gears. Let's switch gears to City here, because that's the other part with their downfall. That squad is old. I don't know if you realize how old that squad is.
It is kind of nuts at this point. Like, it doesn't help. Like, they're also, I think, getting hit a little bit with the injury crisis. I think they just did a bad job of transitioning out the older players for the new guard.
Well, it's like,
I
how
mean,
do you transition them out? They've won 4 straight. It's
they
like,
just like you like it feel like the fall off happened quick.
I mean, I've seen some things that like John Stones, De Bruyne, Silva, Kovacic, Ederson, Gundogan, probably, and also like they're all out. They're like all. I don't know if all of them will be out or like leaving, but that's a good chunk. That's a good chunk of your core. They also got the new signings in. I mean, I know that Marmoush guy scored like a hat trick against Newcastle, and he looks all right. But I don't know, the Kusanov guy. The Gonzalez, too early to tell, but the defender that they got from Lens, Kusanov, for 40 million. I don't know. He doesn't look like it. I think that might have been
Honestly, a big thing too, and I think it's really showing, is how much of a glue Rodri really was for the squad.
It's crazy.
It's glaring.
When you think of like a defensive midfielder, I always think of like the strong physical types, the ones that clean up all the messes and everything. But you don't. But he's like kind of like almost like that Sergio Busquets type of CDM, where he's controlling the tempo, setting the tempo for the team, and the transitioning from the defense to the offense. It's they really missed him because they didn't really have anyone to like back him up. I mean, Kovacic, but like that's like bargain bin.
There was a saying I saw that CDM is the most underappreciated position in soccer, and I wholeheartedly agree. Like looking at players like Sergio Busquets, Conte, now Rodri, like they are so integral to the system and making sure everything runs smooth that once you take out that cog, everything can fall apart so easily.
Yeah, I mean, look, Casemiro also, I know now he sucks, but like Casemiro during those Real Madrid years, even like Toni Kroos last year kind of played that deep lying, like, I don't know if he was a CDM, but
I mean, there was even, like, you could tell there was a bit of a gap there when he left. Like, Madrid was kind of facing that a little bit, where he dipped out, and it was like, he's an integral part of their squad.
Yeah. No, it's really, yeah. And then on top of it, cherry on top for City, like, look, it's not a loss. I mean, it's a lost season for, I guess, their standards if they were expecting to fight for the title. Obviously, they want to secure Champions League, but just hasn't gone to plan this season. But they got those 115 charges looming too. It's also crazy.
It is pretty nuts. Let me put, for context, it's a 2-point gap between 4th and 8th.
Dude, that's crazy. I mean,
it is going to be a fight for that 4th place spot.
Yeah, now moving on to the depressing part of the episode. Little pulse check. How we feeling, Manoli? How we feeling this week?
Oh, I feel awful. I feel absolutely miserable.
Take it from here, because I watched it. Now, little side note here. Your boy here got a little enhancement. I got my eyes laserly
adjusted. A stunning lack of glasses from Pete this episode.
Yeah, stunning lack. Any of you who want LASIK, do it. It's so worth the money.
2 recipients right here. Can't recommend it enough.
It is so worth the money. I took a nap. I woke up and I was like, holy crap, I can see like from one end of my living room to the other perfectly clear, and all I see is Asensio scoring goals. So, I mean, give me a rundown of what you felt about this game, the emotions.
I mean, let me put it to you this way. I don't know what the fuck's going on. At least with Chelsea, I can tell you everything. Right now, at least with Aston Villa, Asensio and Marcus Rashford are moving around like Kobe and Shaq. They are this insane combo out of nowhere. The second, it's like these players leave United, and then you start to realize that United might not be the problem. I know that's not what this is about right now, but when you have people like Anthony balling out at Real Betis, and now you have Marcus Rashford just looking like him in 2 years ago.
We'll get to it.
You start asking some questions. But Chelsea, we're shit. We're fucking frauds. We're absolutely found out. Like, end of December, listen, we were not in a title race. I knew it. I thought we were looking pretty good for Champions League. I thought it was easy. We have secured 9 points from the last 10 games.
Oof.
That's a hard statistic to hear.
I feel like it's not been talked enough. You guys are flying a little under the radar.
No.
Like,
if you're paying attention, the Chelsea subreddit is on fire right now.
well, that's the Chelsea subreddit. I'm talking about just national. Like, you guys are flying under the radar just a little bit, in my opinion.
I really think it helps that teams like United and Spurs are doing even worse.
Well,
But we are doing absolutely dreadful right now. Maresca's system is just not working. He seems to be desperately wanting to play a hold-up, possession-based football. The problem is, I think our entire team is made for counterattack, fast, quick play, move the ball from one end of the field as fast as possible, and he's drilling into them not to do that. Now, I'm not a manager. I'm not a player. Maybe in the long run, in like a year or two, if we keep Maresca that long, they figure it out, it clicks, and this is the smartest thing we've ever done. But right now, it feels like we're clearly not utilizing our players to the max. Hi, Edward. It feels like we're not utilizing our players to the max, and we've just been found out. Apparently, a lot of Leicester fans were saying the same thing happened last year, where he had a really strong first half of the season, and the second half was just a steep fall off. He still managed to win the championship and win promotion, but that's a whole different ballgame, obviously. This is a team where we need Premier League, Champions League football, and we just can't seem to get it done. We have players who are playing out of position because we have injuries. We have $1.5 billion spent and zero depth. And for some godforsaken reason, we have 14 goalkeepers, and none of them seem to know how to stop a ball. Our best goalkeeper is playing at, I think it's Fullest. We sold for $5 million, and he has the most clean sheets in the Premier League. And then their second best is Kepa at Bournemouth, who we didn't recall, even though he's on loan. So I don't know what the hell we're doing. There's Chelsea subreddits calling Jorgensen and Roberto Sanchez the Chuckle Brothers now. So I'm just ready to jump off a cliff.
Wow.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad I was part of that TED Talk.
I've been holding this in since Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah, I can tell.
I know Aston Villa is formidable. They're not a nothing squad, but we play like we don't give a shit. I think he's already lost the locker room. The players don't care.
Well, because you got Mandem FC. That's what you got. That's what you brought in. You brought Mandem FC. Now, this is what I need you to do. I just need you guys to finish above 10th because I think that triggers the Jadon Sancho buy option that you have to you're obligated to buy. And I mean, look, he's loving life. He's freaking commenting on Rashford's freedom. How's Sancho working out for you guys? I told you he's not that good. He's not that guy, pal. He's not that guy.
Okay, this is my thing though. Yes, sure, he's not performing well. Who on our team is performing well? Cole Palmer's not performing well. So I'm not out on him yet. In fact, I'll happily still take him for $25 million like we're supposed to. He has high wages. So do a lot of our players. I don't know. Yeah. I'm less stressed about that. My thing is, yes, everyone's pointing out Jadon Sancho. Cole Palmer is having an awful year because everyone's having to man mark him. He can't play his correct position. No one on our team is playing good football.
I was going to say, you guys started out that game well because you guys went up 1-0, right?
And look what happened. We ended it looking lackluster, like we didn't give a shit. Like you wouldn't, like we're taking our time with throw-ins. We have Reece James walking to take a corner in stoppage time when we could easily equalize. I'm not going to say easily, but like it's a clear goal-scoring opportunity. And he's just trotting along like we're up by 4. Brother, you're a captain. You need to step up and show some urgency. Like, it's like our team doesn't give a shit that we're losing anymore. And that's bad. We're finishing out now what was supposed to be a home run stretch of games. Pete, the fact that we only got 9 points out of these last 10 games, Maresca and our board should go to federal prison.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys. Wow.
This ownership group doesn't give a shit. This ownership group has no idea what they're doing. Mm-hmm. We're not making the right moves. There's no world. I'm done making excuses. Yeah. I don't know how you spend this much money and we don't even have a goalkeeper.
That's good. The sheer number of goalkeepers you guys have is crazy.
And none of them know how to, but thank God we're going to sell one of them for an extra $2 million. We've got a rough road ahead. If we make top 4, it'll be a Christmas miracle. But let's move on to United, Pete. How are you feeling after a 2-2 draw to Everton?
Honestly, it could have been a lot worse. I didn't get. Unfortunately, I was because this was early and I was had to go for a post op checkup on my eyes. I was still watching, but like here and there, not fully paying attention. But from what I understand and what I saw, it was 70 minutes of the worst football that you've ever seen. I don't know. There's so many things wrong with this team. This team is depressing to watch. I feel so bad for Ruben Amorim because I think he knew that yes, this job was going to be tough, but he didn't realize to the scale of how bad this job was.
Just in over his head, truly.
I don't know if he was in over his head. I think he knew. I just don't think he knew. Like, I don't think a lot of us knew how bad it was. Eric Ten Hag, like, he had a style of play that just was not, it was costing us games. So we went for this young, charismatic manager who fantastic press conferences. Love the press conferences, and I love the brutal honesty that he gives. It paints a refreshing picture. But now we're kind of getting to the point where it's like, I still believe in him. I'm still going to give him the time because, number one, we haven't even given him a transfer window. We brought in Patrick Dorgu from Lecce for like 30 mil. A guy that's actually a player that's actually meant for his wingback system. Players on this team are so their lack of confidence. They're like, I think they're the lowest IQ team in the Prem. Like on field, like
that's tough. That's tough.
Like on field, I think
yes.
I think they lack like actual instinct of what to do. I don't know what. Like the 2 goals that they gave up. So the first goal was from a bad clearances. They couldn't clear the ball. Like the ball was headed 4 times and then it magically lands in front of Beto, who rips one to Onana. The other one was caused by a bad pass. So then Harry Maguire is left in a compromising position. Forces a save from Onana. And also, I hate Onana's parrying. Somebody needs to, like, teach him how to fucking parry. He, like, parries this shot up in the air like it's a volleyball. But then Harry Maguire's just standing there and then lets Adelu Decore hop in front of him and glance the header past Onana. So now you're down 2-0. Lacking a void of any creativity. And that's because none of these players, like, I feel like Amorim is giving them instructions, but they don't know what to do with those instructions because they're so stubborn in the way that they play. I don't know. Luckily, Bruno Fernandes hit like an awesome free kick, and then Ugarte scored a nice goal too off the half volley. There was a couple of moments there that we could have won it. United needs some positive news because, like, we're 15th, and then on top of it, it's all this stuff, all the noise that's happening outside the club, like. We're cutting staff to cut cost and save money because we've done so bad. All the years of the Glazers not doing fucking shit have caught up finally with us. And after spending all of that money recklessly, so I don't know how this club looks.
It's gonna be a tough ride to finish this one out, but.
He looks so depressed. I mean, Amorim just looks like his anxiety.
He looks like a broken man. He looks like the Popeyes employees the week the sandwich came out. Every week.
He really does. Like, we'll move on to the champions. You can cut that out, but what are some matchups you were looking forward to for the Champions League?
Honestly, I'm just curious to see how far Aston Villa makes it, because they are so far. I mean, this is a dream situation for them. This couldn't be a better first round for them to get into with this. They're taking on Club Brugge. I just like seeing these clubs that manage to get into that top 4 spot, just see how far they go. But I think the real exciting ones, I mean, Real Madrid Atletico is going to be awesome. PSG Liverpool, I bet you, is going to be a barn burner.
I bet you. I'll be honest with you. I bet you Liverpool smoked the shit out of PSG.
You think so?
That PSG team is not. You can't think of that PSG team like you think of them in like a couple from years past. Like that, they're smarter now in terms of their recruiting. Like they've gone for like these more like 23, like younger 23, 24-year-old type players.
I think it just comes down to if PSG's top 3 steps up, because I do like that top 3.
I'm looking forward to, Bayern Munich in Leverkusen. I mean, Leverkusen, was never losing last year. I know that they've fallen a little bit, like just a peg down. They're still competing at a very high level, and they're still fighting for the Bundesliga too. But that it's going to be exciting. Because honestly, like if they can get past Bayern, look, if they get Inter's going to be tough too. But like, I think they have a good path to the title.
Now, I typically, I think I know who I want to win the most. This might be controversial simply because they just win so often. But I really would like to see, if you ask me what team I want to see do it, I would really like to see this Barcelona team do it. I'm a big fan of this, like, younger squad coming up now. I love Lamine Yamal, big Lamine Yamal guy. I'm super on the Rafinha renaissance happening. It's just, they just seem like a fun team, like, we're getting with it, you know what I mean? Like, this team's going to keep growing, they're going to keep getting better. But this is them, like, I feel like, don't get me wrong, there's some older play. Like, they have De Jong, they still have Lewandowski. But, like, this feels like a very young, fresh team that is, like, I don't want to say overperforming, but I think they're performing past a lot of people's original expectations this season, especially with Real Madrid, who is, like, feels like a Galacticos era is coming upon us again.
Yeah, it's an interesting Barcelona team. They got a mix of, like, young and some veteran guys in there. And obviously, like, the difference this year has been Hansi Flick, the new coach, as well. I feel like I know he's kind of like at the beginning it was kind of rough, but yeah, I mean they're pretty. They still drop a couple games here and there that they shouldn't be losing. So that's the only problem with them. Is can they maintain that consistency? I mean, there was a moment there that Real was going to run away a little bit, or maybe take some, get some breathing room in La Liga. But now La Liga is really like tight. If you're asking me like what team I would like to see win, I'm cool with this Leverkusen team winning. But
That'd be cool.
yeah, I'm cool with them winning because I think that would be pretty sick. And then basically, Xabi Alonso just is like, all right, I'm out. I'll see you. I'm going to go to Real and win 3 more of these with them now. So
And change the world of football as we know it.
Yeah. We'll see it all unfold here.
I think close it off. I think it's time for us to take a look at the MLS kits for this season. For those of you who don't know, they do kit releases a little bit differently. Typically, it's every year they get one new kit, and it alternates between the home and away kits. Except if you're Inter Miami, who is going to cash in on this Messi hype as long as they can by releasing 2 kits this season. Now, I know most of you, if you are watching, are more familiar with our jersey tier list review portions of the show. And when I say of the show, I mean the entire show. So we're going to give you a little bit of it here, and we'll probably still continue it going forward to some capacity, at least occasionally. But for now, we're going to go ahead and give our tier ranking of all the 32 new kits to come out for the MLS for the 2025 season.
Alrighty.
Starting with Atlanta United's home kit, I feel like wear it out. It's pretty par for the course for them, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, great colors. It's invoking, like, obviously AC Milan, some of those mid-2000 kits, and a little bit Bournemouth here. I like the only difference is what I like here. What I like that they did here was the template that Adidas has been using with like those side piping thing. You can see it there outlined, but they didn't fill it in with like a different color or something. I like that they didn't do that. So yeah, I think this is a wear it out.
It's a good showing of the Team Geist, the Team Geist resurgence.
Yeah, the key thing here is I found out that Atlanta is big on they have to have 5 stripes minimum in their kits. I think there was one year they didn't do that and they all got mad. So they made it a point that they have to have 5 stripes.
Moving on to Austin FC. High wear it out, low I like this green. I think this is fun. I like the colors. I'm a big fan of their crest personally.
Yeah, their crest is unique. It's definitely not like the cookie cutter. We're just going to do like the little circle thing that everyone else does. No, I like Austin FC's colors. The verde, green, and like the black is always a unique color combo. I feel like I've liked a couple, like some of their first ones I really liked, but this is good too. I like this. This is better than last year's. I didn't like last year's at all. So I say wear it out.
The Yeti sponsorship low key is fantastic.
Oh, works.
Charlotte FC. Their Fortress kit, and they also changed up. They went with, I don't know if there's a permanent change, but they went with a more like lettered style crest than their typical one, which is normally round. I kind of dig this though. I like the pattern going on in the back. It is a little plain. I don't want to just keep throwing things and wear it out. Like, I would wear this out. This is clean. I like the subtle blue tint. I like the shield at the bottom right there.
Yeah.
If it didn't have the pattern, with the kind of like reflective pattern in the back, I think I'd be a little more harsh with it. But I don't hate it.
No, I like this too. I like what they did with the crest. That's really cool. I love the silver accents too. The silver accents are a nice touch and goes well with the blue as well. Kind of keeps the vibe of the city because the Panthers, they share the same stadium with the Carolina Panthers, and the Panthers rock the kind of Carolina blue, black, and silver. So I like it when teams like that stay uniform within the city. Like that's a pretty cool theme. You see that across a couple other cities. Yeah,
could wear it to a Panthers game.
Yeah, that's the point. So I agree with you.
The Chicago Fire. Honestly, like the only thing I don't love is the Carvana sponsorship is pretty rough on this. If it just said Carvana.
Yeah.
But including the Halo car logo is not pleasant on this. I actually think this is a really clean kit.
Yeah, it's
high decent, low wear it out. I'll dip it in decent.
It's decent for me. Like, it's a nice color. Template works great. Pops a little bit, but kind of whatever. I don't like the Carvana.
I do appreciate it. Looks like every team in the bottom right, I guess, notice is getting something. So I can't tell what this is going on here for Atlanta's. Austin FC has like their heart. Mm-hmm. They had the shield, and then they have the 312 for the area code.
Yeah.
FC Cincinnati's orange and blue legacy kit. I don't like their branding at all. I've actually never, like, any FC Cincinnati thing they've put out, really, I've not been a big fan of.
The worst part is, before they were like an MLS club, they're when they were like in the USL or whatever, they were like a Nike team in the USL. Those kits were nice. Those were some good looking kits. Because I like blue and orange. Blue and orange is a great color combo for sports teams, in my opinion. Hey, this is kind of rubbish. I don't like this half sash thing. I don't like this sash going across like the midway point. It just feels weird, awkwardly placed. Like I don't like any of this.
I honestly don't like the crest either. This is rubbish.
Yeah.
Colorado Rapids, also with going with a different crest here. I'm a fan of this personally. I like the straight up like Rapids kit with this like kind of like abstract design. They have the paddles as their symbol in the corner there.
Yeah.
Do you see how it works? I like the touch of red in the crest.
I like the crest. The crest is a really nice touch because it's very symbolic of the Colorado State flag. I don't see myself wearing this out though, so I think it's decent.
Oh, I think it's a wear it out for sure. I would definitely wear this out. I have kids that look like this.
That's why I'm saying I knew you would wear this out because like I just personally would not wear this. It's not a bad looking kit. I just don't see myself.
I mean, will you give it a wear it out with me? This is better. This doesn't belong next to Cincinnati. This doesn't belong next to this one. I think it's better.
Fine. Only if you give me the same for one that I like.
This is dreadful.
So this is the Goosebumps kit because the R.L. Stein, he's the author of Goosebumps.
I just noticed this in the bottom right.
I guess he's a Columbus native.
I'll give it a bump to rubbish on my initial opinion for the meaning behind it.
It's rubbish, but cool little fact is that it glows in the dark. Like the ooze,
I'll bump it to decent then. That's fun. I like a glow in the dark kit. I'll go to decent. It's winning me now.
I hate the Columbus Crew freaking logo. They
should have kept their old crest. Their old crest was so good.
The one with the three guys?
I liked it. It was just, I don't know.
The three guys was cool. Look, the one with the three guys was cool. I even liked the one that they did after that, which I thought was kind of fine. But
they've gone through so many rebrands, but honestly, I was harsh at first. I think because I'm just like, what is like? Why is it slime? And then I saw the Goosebumps, glow in the dark. You know what? I'll give you decent. FC Dallas, simple and clean. We're to Kingdom Hearts.
Decent.
It's decent. It's inoffensive. The colors are clean. I guess LH for Longhorn. I'm guessing.
Yeah, maybe the Longhorn State. Yeah.
If I had to guess. I mean,
well, it's not really the Longhorn State. It's really the Lone Star. But yeah.
There's not really a lot to. I feel like there's not really a lot to say here. I do like the monochromatic badge. I'll give it that.
Yeah, that's the only nice touch.
DC United's Soul Kit. I'm gonna rip it here. This is a beauty.
Yeah, I agree with you. When I first saw pictures of this, I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. And then I kind of saw more of the pattern. This is pretty nice. I actually do like this. The DC United kits really have not hit ever for me. This is good though. This is a step in the right direction.
I wholeheartedly agree. This looks really clean. The pattern going on in the trim. Buddy, this might be a kit I look for in the offseason, like if the sales go
Little-
on. Like,
little
this
sale?
is clean.
Yeah, no,
I would think about it. This is clean.
it's like nice colors, nice like I like the design in the template there. It's really good. Look at that. They're scratching out cancer. Get rid of cancer. That's right, baby. Screw cancer.
Fuck cancer.
Yeah.
I do
fuck
like
cancer.
the pattern. I do like the backing pattern going on there.
Yeah. There's nothing much else to it. There's not like
Yeah.
it's just decent.
Sporting Kansas City. Honestly, I am a fan of their kits. I feel like they usually do a pretty solid job on theirs going through, especially with this kind of interesting lines pattern they do a lot on their kits.
Yeah.
Like the framing of the compass minerals. I mean, I think it's a wear it out.
Yeah, this is where these are nice colors. I like these colors. I think their badge is actually pretty nice too. I like how they it's more of a shield, and I like how the S and the C interlock. They always do something funky with the sleeves or do some type of argyle design. Yeah, I agree. I think it's wear it out.
How do you feel about LA Galaxy's Rise On jersey?
I actually like this. I think this is a wear it out for me. I think this is fun. This is like good color pop.
I don't think it's bad. I don't know if I would wear it, but I can see the wear it out appeal. It's fun. I'm very curious if it like changes the look at all, or if that's really how it looks like straight up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it will be different. I mean, in person, but on what we have here, I think I like this. It's fun.
Los Angeles FC, their secondary kit. I mean, this is gorgeous. This is a beauty, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
class. This might be class. I mean, the gold and white does it for me. I love this. Reminds me of like Real Madrid.
Yeah.
I love the collar. I think this might be supposed to be a little bit like olive branch going on, or maybe like the wings design. This might be class. Like, dude, this is like as classy as it gets. Dude, the metallic gold and white, the trim on the collar, the silver star. This does it for me. This is like one of the cleaner kits I feel like I've seen the past year.
yeah. All right, put it in there.
Fuck it. The Inter Miami kits this season do not do it for me. It's the messy glazing is unbelievable this season.
They basically made a Barcelona kit in a Miami kit.
I mean, the M in the corner, they're making it Inter Messi FC, which is like I get it. It almost feels, tell me if I'm being irrational, it feels weird to an extent. Like,
I think that M was there before Messi got there, but
was it?
I think it was. I think it was there before it got there.
If it's for Miami, it's fine, but it does feel like, I don't know, it is the greatest player of all time, so fair play. Like, wear it out on this one.
It's a wear it out. It's not bad by any means. I think they did something different here with the stripes. It doesn't hit as much on here. Maybe if they did black stripes, I don't know. That might be even worse. I still think the Inter Miami badge is the best one.
It's very clean. I do love their colors. I'm a big pink fan when done well. So.
Yeah. But I think it just doesn't hit. Now,
I feel like we need to keep in theme. I don't like this one at all.
I think this is a wear it out. I like this.
Really? I don't like the black gray boxing. I don't know. I like look at this and I'm like, I feel like I wouldn't wear this at all.
I think it's
I'm
fine.
not crazy about this design.
I think it's a wear it out.
I'm not even gonna argue with you. This will be your one. Congratulations.
Oh.
Minnesota United. Now they might have my favorite crest.
Really?
I really, really like theirs. I think it looks sick.
No, I don't.
I like the bird.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. I mean, like I think they have a cool badge too. I just didn't know that was going to be. I was not expecting them to be one of your favorite.
I also like their colors. It's a little similar. They get pretty close to like other teams' color schemes.
Yeah.
But I do think it looks good. I also do like the Target sponsorship.
The Target sponsorship works because it's also, I think Target was a Minnesota brand. It started in Minnesota, so I love that homage to it. Beautiful, great colors. I mean, blue. When I think, when you think this, I think Minnesota because it gets cold. Land of a Thousand Lakes as well. So like, this kind of hits.
Easy wear it out.
Yeah, easy wear it out.
The CF Montreal kit. I think it's supposed to be a bit of a throwback to like their original kits. I mean, it just kind of looks the same as most of theirs. Big Montreal guy, not a big fan of this kit though. Their crest isn't doing much for me. It's decent, yeah.
It's not badly done. It's just very bland.
It's not hitting.
Out of all the new teams that have come through, because there's been a lot of them that have come through MLS lately, through the last couple of decades, the last decade. Nashville, and I'm sorry to do this, Yanni Antetokounmpo, because I knew you're an owner. They have the most bland branding I've ever seen.
I don't like their crest.
Their crest is ass. The colors are great. These are great colors. I love the dark blue and the bright yellow. I think, when done correctly, it can create a nice identity for you. But this is, there's nothing here.
It's boring.
It's boring. That's why it deserves a rubbish, in my opinion.
I'm with you. New England Revolution. I'm kind of digging this.
Oh, I thought you were going to hate this. This was the one I was going to fight for, because I was like, this one I like.
This. I do think it's funny. It's Gillette sponsor, which makes sense. It does remind me. I don't even know how to explain this, but it does remind me of a shaving can, a mint scented shaving can. But I like this a lot. I also like the crest.
Yeah, they updated the crest. It's a nice little good rebrand there. The cool thing about this is New England is known for its pine trees. Mm-hmm. So this is symbolizing pine trees in the design, but the colors go well. I love it. I think this beauty, wear it out. What do we?
I'll put this in a beauty. This is a clean kit. This looks good.
Yeah, low beauty there.
I'll give MLS this too. I never really thought about it before. They really nail their sponsors.
Yeah, there's never really a bad one.
It's rare. I mean, one of the most iconic sponsorships, the New York Red Bulls. I don't really like this. This just feels like weird military digi-camo, desert digi-camo. It's the first thing you unlock in Call of Duty for skin for your gun. It's whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of grown on me, and then it's kind of not. I feel very mixed about it. I don't think it's rubbish. I think it's decent, but low decent.
I think it's teetering. I think you're right. I would put it in rubbish, but
because there's a part of it where there's a light where you can look at this and you're like, actually, it's really not that bad.
Now for I'll go my club, New York City FC, my local club in Queens, New York. Personally, I think it's an upgrade from our last home kit. I think decent, low wear it out. I'm kind of wherever you want to put it. Yeah. I think it's fine. I don't hate it.
I think it's decent.
Interesting. I just think you could have done more here.
Yeah, I just think it's decent. I don't really understand the design. I really don't.
Yeah.
I don't know if they describe what it is or what. But
I don't know what the Excelsior kit is. What about this is Excelsior, but it's fine.
Now, moving on to one of my favorites, Orlando City. I think this is a beauty. Maybe even class. I don't know. Probably beauty. I think beauty's the right spot here.
Okay. Let's beauty. I would put my foot down. I'm weared out. I'm weared out beauty.
Yeah, I think beauty. I think beauty's the right.
The design. The design is sick. I've actually been a big fan of the Orlando City branding since they started, and I mean, this is just fun. This could have easily gone off the rails. This easily could have been an atrocious kit, but they really nailed this weird pattern going on here.
Yeah, it's really psychedelic and 3D-ish, but it works. It's feels textured, but also not. It just looks good. I think this is fun. This is a fun kit. Love the collar. Love the gold trim collar. And then moving on to the Philadelphia Union. I'm gonna be honest here. I think this is rubbish.
I think it's just dreadful. This is fucking awful.
They did this stuff last year where they did this. They did another kit like this maybe a year or two ago, and it was right and it was perfectly done. This time, I lightning bolt, this kind of lightning stuff doesn't do it for me a lot.
I just don't think it looks good. This baby blue, it reminds me of Chargers a little bit. I also don't like the Thomas sponsorship as it is.
Bring back Bimbo, baby.
Bring back Bimbo. Get rid of the border on it. I don't know. I think this is dreadful. This is awful.
It's pretty bad.
The Portland Timbers. Honestly, I mean, I'm just gonna go off rip here. I think this is beauty to class.
I think it's class.
I'll go class. I love the wood texture they're going for, the stump of a tree showing the age of the Speeder 75. I wonder if there's 75 lines here. That could easily be a thing. I'm not gonna sit here and count them all.
I think 75 is their 50th anniversary,
which could be cool. If they actually have the correct number of rings there, portraying the age, showing the age. Mm-hmm. I do like the Tillamook sponsorship here.
Fantastic ice cream. Love them.
This is just, I mean, their crest is iconic. They're an iconic club. The colors are great. I'm guessing this is a metallic on the stripes.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
yeah,
nice.
this is class. This is great.
Class. I love the deep green, and I love the gold accents. Always works.
Real Salt Lake. The checkerboard's not doing it for me.
Yeah, I don't like it either. Some people are really liking this kit. I will give them this. At least they did the crest in one of the blocks correctly, and the Adidas. Little salute to that. Little kudos.
My whole thing is this kit just kind of looks like one you'd make on Pro Clubs. This looks like a Pro Clubs kit to me.
Moving on to San Diego FC, the newest team in MLS. I don't know how I feel about the crest. There's like nothing. It's like,
I do like their crest. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I'm a fan of it. I like
fine.
the ball design.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I think I was expecting like something a little bit more. I don't know, a little bit more flair, I guess.
I think in the base, I wish they had some kind of like weird, like not translucent, but like reflective design maybe going on. Because I like the lines they have going, the wave pattern.
Yeah.
But I wish there was like a better way they could have showed, like maybe like some kind of like reflective material. I'm not quite sure how, but
maybe. Yeah.
I think this is decent to wear it out.
Yeah.
This is their State of Flow jersey. Yeah, because it's their newest team. They're gonna get a new home and away here. I think this is a low decent though.
Yeah, I think I like this one a little bit better than the away kit, because I think you can't really see in this picture here, but where the Adidas template has the little things coming off from the torso, it does a cool gradient design. I know I'm not the gradient yet, but it's a nice little pop of color. That's why I like it. Yeah, it's decent. Nothing special.
San Jose Earthquakes headliner jersey. This is insane.
But it's bloody dreadful. This kid is ass.
Its ambition hurt it just so badly. This is crazy. Sounders FC.
This is absolute. I think this is class.
Class?
All right, I put it, but you can. I know that I'll take no less than a beauty. I think this is the best one out of the bunch. You're gonna get mad. They thought of you in this. There's Legend of Zelda in there. There's the triangle. You don't see the.
Yeah, that's what they were thinking.
That's what they were thinking.
That's what they were thinking for sure.
No, I'm not taking less than a beauty. This is look. I was there, so I kind of like got a feel of like the homage, but this is like an homage to like the heritage, or like a Native American heritage of them up there. It's you mother effer. God damn it.
God, I'm so glad to be back. I'll give it a wear it out. I don't think it's bad. I don't know. This ain't doing nothing for me, though.
I think this. I love the colors. I love the pattern. I think it's really cool. Anyway,
okay.
Decent. Moving on.
There's nothing going on here. This is boring as shit.
To be fair, St. Louis FC, when they've come in, have not liked any of their kits. I don't like any of them. I don't like their colors. I don't like anything.
Very boring. I'm kind of feeling the same on this story. It's fine. Decent.
It's decent.
It's a little better than the last one. There's a little more character going on here.
Yeah, it's more red.
Vancouver Whitecaps. Decent.
Yeah, I was going for me, I'd say low wear it out because I love the colors. I also like their badge. I think their badge is pretty cool.
I'm pretty whatever about, honestly, all of everything you guys. I'm kind of like whatever about it. If you want to put it and wear it out, I wouldn't like argue with it because I do think it's clean looking. It's just not for me. I'm also like particular about this bar going across the center.
Yeah, that's part of their identity. That's like a big thing that they've done. So I don't care. I'm not really fighting.
And there we have it, our MLS tier ranking for the 2025 season, all 32 new kits. And I think that about does it for this week's episode.
Yeah, hopefully you guys like it. It's something new. We're gonna keep working on it, tweaking it. But
we're gonna keep working at this. We're gonna keep making it better, make it run smoother. Please let us know in the comments what you guys think about this format. It's not going anywhere. This is gonna be the new standard, I'd say, for us. I think we'll be coming back in every blue moon for the teams. Probably most.
Don't forget, we didn't forget about your kits. We will still have some kits. Don't worry about it.
But definitely going to be focusing more on this like podcast format, talking about our clubs, talking about the Prem, Champions League. We're definitely going to be talking about kits and fashion and streetwear and how soccer jerseys affect everything in the sport. But thank you guys so much for being here as always. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you think. Give us any suggestions on how we can improve on this.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear from you. We've been appreciating your guys' input thus far. And we will see you guys all next week. Cheers, my friends.
See you guys.